Hey everybody, J.R. Fisher here. Want to make sure you can hear me, and you're going to love this video. You're just going to love it because these are the questions. These top 5 questions are the questions that I get more than anything else asked of me. So I figured, heck, why not do a video and just kind of explain what's going on here. So I'm going to go through them one by one, answer each question. If you have questions, feel free to put them in the comments there. At the end of this video, I'm going to give you a free course on how to sell stuff online. That's pretty cool, right? All you got to do is click, put in your email, and boom, you got a free course. You can start watching video training today. Okay, so let's get started. So the first question I get is, how much does it cost to start an online business? How much does it cost? And you know, that's such an open-ended question. I will tell you that when I started my business, oh gosh, it's going on 10 years ago, I started with $100, $100. Now, did my income always go up from that point? No, I had setbacks and they went back and forth, but essentially I started with $100. Nowadays, there's, you know, a whole lot more opportunity. Back then, you actually had to buy some inventory and sell it. And nowadays, you don't even have to buy inventory. As a matter of fact, I've got some training on that, on how you can just, you know, set up a Shopify store. You don't need $100. And I will tell in all, you know, fairness and honesty, I put that on a credit card. So, you know, it wasn't really my $100. But, you know, if you want to really start off right, you know, you're going to have to invest in maybe a domain. You're going to have to, you know, if you're going to do videos, you're going to need a camera, but you probably already have a phone, a digital phone for something like that. And it really doesn't cost that much. I mean, it really does not cost that much. If you're going to want to run some ads, you know, I have some videos on ads and how to run ads, but you know, you can start with $5 a day on Facebook, so it doesn't cost a whole lot of money there. So that's how much it costs. It doesn't cost a whole lot of money. It's not a money obstacle. And I want to cover that at the very end, but that's not the obstacle. I want to cover what the obstacle really is. The next question I get is, do I have to advertise? No, you don't have to advertise. I mean, I went probably a year or two before I ran any ad, and then the ads I did run didn't work, and I lost money on them. So yeah, you don't have to advertise. I would suggest you don't advertise initially until you kind of get your bearings and know what's going. Now, if you want to advertise and you want to know how to do that, I do have a course on that. You can check it out. I'm not here to sell that course, but get some training on it. Okay, don't just go out there and say, you know, I'm going to run some ads and make some money, because trust me, you don't know what you're doing. There's no way to possibly understand all of the intricate parts of running an ad and what the purpose is. I mean, we run like ads for engagement first. So we'll get like 10 or 12 pictures on a post and have like 10 or 12 different posts and run an ad to every single one of them to see which picture gets more clicks before we run an ad to actually sell that product. So all those pictures have to do with the same product, but they're all different pictures because we want to know what picture is going to work first before we run a conversion ad. So we run this engagement campaign. So, you know, advertising is a little bit more complicated. And all I would say to you on advertising is, don't do it on your own. Do not do it on your own. You have to get some training for advertising. There's just, unless you're some savant, you know, advertising is a money suck if you don't know what you're doing. So that's number 2. Do you have to advertise? The answer is no, you don't. I mean, social media nowadays, you got Instagram, you got YouTube, you got Facebook. There's so many things you could do. You know, you can start Facebook groups. I mean, gosh, you don't have to advertise. Don't worry about it. Chill, relax. Okay. The next question I get is, where do I find products to sell? Well, you know, I like the idea of actually emulating what's already working out there. You can actually go into Facebook and type in the name of a product, you know, maybe it's survival knife, or not knives, you can't do that on Facebook, but let's say it's a tent or whatever it is, and next to that put bit.ly, which is a bit.ly link, and you're going to find all the people that are advertising, and they usually use these little bit.ly shorteners, and that kind of segregates those posts, you know, into ads. And then I would look at some of the ads in there and see, you know, what's selling. Look at how many clicks are going there. There's a method to doing that. And then you can tell what's working, and then you can just go to AliExpress and find that product, and heaven forbid, you can sell it. I know it was 2 days ago, I was watching an ad on YouTube, and it was a really cool ad because it had this person, and they were obviously in Japan, and they were walking up to this geisha girl that was all painted up, and they were saying, "Where's the nearest truck station?" in English, and then they held it up to her, and it said it in Japanese, and she was like, "Oh, wow, that's really cool." And it made it look like this little gadget is like the coolest gadget in the world. So I immediately went to AliExpress and typed in, translator thing, and they were selling it, I think, for $89 or $99, which wasn't bad. And I immediately found it on AliExpress for $29 to $36. So, that would have been a great product to sell. Probably still is a great product to sell right now, because some of you don't even know about it. So you can do that. You can go to AliExpress also, and you can just sort by the number of a product that these companies sell. Put in at the top makeup or blouse or shirt or whatever, and then sort by the number of actual sales they've had, and that will tell you what's popular, what's working, okay? So that's how you can find some products. Pretty easy to do. You don't want to try to reinvent the wheel. Try to go out there and find something that's already selling, sell something similar to it, or you can actually sell that product. The next question I always get asked, oh my God, this is it. This should have been at the top. This question just kills me. It says, what is the best niche? Really? What is the best niche? There is no best niche. I mean, there's some horrible ones, I guess. But best niche, it's anything that people are interested in that you're also interested in, okay? So don't try to do this. This goes along with that last question, well, what's the best product to sell? There's so many products to sell. There's so many niches out there. As long as there's an audience and there's some Facebook groups and other products are being sold in that niche, that's fine. Just pick what you want to do. Don't overthink this stuff. This is this analysis paralysis that people get, where they just like, oh, I've got to figure out the best niche and I got to have the very best product. No, you don't. No, you don't. You got to find something you're interested in that there's an audience for, and then offer them products. It's really that simple. So to answer number 4, there is no best niche. Okay. And number 5, this is the thing that people ask me right after they ask me all this other stuff. They're like, "How much money can I make?" I don't know. Anywhere from nothing on up to millions or billions. I don't know. I mean, that's like saying, how much does a house cost? I mean, you can go to Detroit and probably pick one up for $4,000. Here in San Diego, you're gonna have to start at about $1 million. So it's really, how much money do you want to make? Is that possible? If you're teaching, a friend of mine had a photography business, and what he was doing is he was doing wedding photography, and he was making a little over $100,000 a year, which wasn't bad. And he decided he wanted to sell courses online. So he went online and developed some of his photography courses and sold little parts of them and had memberships and all these things going on. And he did that for the past 4 years, I guess. And he just sold out for millions of dollars to a major corporation because he put his courses online. And the thing is, he could have never made that as a wedding photographer. So, really the ceiling is endless as to what you can do online. The point is, all of these questions that you got are really just probably analysis paralysis. You're trying to overthink it. You're trying to overwork it. We're doing a lot of videos now on YouTube. And I like YouTube a lot, and it's a pretty cool platform. But people will try to overthink it. They'll say, well, I need to get the very best camera and the very best lighting. And if I can get those things, I know I'm going to have the best YouTube channel. And nothing could be further from the truth. Why? Well, because if that were the case, everybody with the best cameras and the best lighting and the best backdrop, I got a brick wall behind me, so it's nothing fancy, but everybody who had those things would have the biggest channels, wouldn't they? They would have the most views, they would have the most subscribers, and they'd be making the most amount of money. And we know that's not true. It's not true because there's more to making that video in there. There's useful content that you're helping people out with, okay? There's interest, there's the sound of it, And quite honestly, this video right now is being shot on an iPhone. There you go, an iPhone. That's it. And I have a really fancy camera over there in the corner, but it's a pain to set up. It's easier for me to grab my iPhone and stick it up here. Now, I do have an external microphone on it, which gives it better sound. Okay, so I have that. But, don't let these questions, keep you from, achieving what you want. Don't let it happen. And that's what's happening to so many of you. Let me go through them again one more time. Number one, how much does it cost to start an online business? I started with $100. Number two, do I have to advertise? No, you don't have to advertise. You can use social media. Where do I find products to sell? You look on Facebook, you look on AliExpress, you see what's already selling, you get a similar product, you sell it. What's the best niche? Whatever you like that there's an audience for, unless you like some really weird stuff. Okay, then you want to be careful. Maybe you shouldn't be online. I don't know. And then, how much can I make? And, really, how much can I make? You can make a lot. It's just really up to you and how much effort you want to put in. But you got to treat it like a real business. You have to treat it like a real business. If you go into it as a hobby and say, well, I'm gonna put up 2 products and see if they sell, and if they don't, I'll know that selling online doesn't work. No. Now, how many products do you put up? You keep putting products up until you get one that does sell. That's how it works. And you will if you keep trying, if you keep putting forth effort, if you keep learning. Heck, if you keep watching my videos here, you're going to get some good information. Now, I will tell you, I'm giving away a free course now, and that free course is several videos. It's going to teach you how to do some cool stuff online, and it costs you $0. So what you want to do is look in the description there. There should be a link in there, and just click on that link. You can click in there, and within seconds, be watching these videos. It costs you nothing, zero, zip, to go ahead and grab those. So go ahead and grab, that course. And I appreciate you listening. If you've got some more questions, send them over to me. I'd love to answer your questions. Put a comment down there too in the comment section. Now, if you want to hear more of these videos, and you could be watching this on Facebook, you could be watching it on YouTube. I do it on both platforms. If you're watching it on Facebook, you want to make sure you go ahead and like my page. And ask to opt in for notifications, and if you do that, then you'll be notified when I do a video. If you're watching this on YouTube, you want to make sure that you subscribe. Click that little subscribe button there, and make sure you turn on the notifications. There's a little bell there, and you have to turn on the notifications, and if you do that, I can notify you and I can tell you what's coming up next, and you'll know. It makes it really simple. So those are the top 5 questions. I hope you enjoyed it. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you real soon. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click that little bell right there so you can be notified every time I do a new video. Also, click on one of those videos there. Keep watching on my channel.